welcome to Free Cheese, episode 227. I'm your Joe Dix, joined tonight by Ben Barris.
What's up?
Matt Sellner.
Hello.
The Free Cheese, a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com and Geddy Lee. Geddy Lee. How y'all doing?
Good, man. Tired.
Great.
Great, tired?
I feel like every time I'm here, I'm just fucking tired. I mean,
What are you doing all day? What's
like,
tiring you out?
Well,
you running?
No, not at all. I used to, but then, bad knee. And, remember I told you years ago, broke my knee,
I was
kneecap
there.
fell off.
Wait, was I there for the kneecap? No, I was there for the shoulder.
That was shoulder.
Or
No,
collarbone.
that's collarbone.
Yeah.
Oh, you broke collarbone too?
Yeah.
Me too, man.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the most commonly broken bone, but it's also the most annoying because it's like you break it and it doesn't hurt too bad. It's like it just feels like a really bad bruise.
How'd you break yours?
What, the collarbone?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah. I share the story with the world.
I was skating a little mini ramp at View in the
Yeah.
back there, hon, and just did a front side 180 off and just did not.
Yep. We weren't drinking, were we?
No.
Yeah,
We
I didn't
did
think
drink and
so.
skate before there. That was cool.
Yeah, it was
That
great.
was cool. Yeah. No, they were completely.
But that was a sober day. Yeah,
I remember that sucked because I was driving my mom's Toyota RAV4, which was a stick.
Yeah.
And of course, the collarbone I broke was the right one.
Oh.
Because we left there, like you hit the ground pretty hard, but we didn't know at the time it was broken.
Yeah, because I was sitting there rotating it and everything.
Yeah.
And then I'll get that occasional zap. And
Lock.
I'm like,
Yeah.
And then Dan was like, I think you'll be fine. And
Yeah.
then drove the stick home, and every time I shifted a gear, I was just screaming. Oh, and then, so, even when I was skating, I never told my grandmother or my aunt that I was skateboarding, because if I did, they would just, yell at me. So, of course, I go to patient first, and the lady comes, whatever's doing the x-ray, and she's like, you broke your clavicle. So, dumb as fuck me is like, what the fuck's a clavicle? She's like, she looks at the paper, looks at me, she's like, broke your collarbone. And then I see a couple feet walk right by the curtain. As soon as I heard the broke the clavicle, she turned right over, and it was my Aunt Seva. And then she was like, I was like, how the fuck do you know? It's like, I just saw your mom in the waiting room. It's like, you were skateboarding, weren't you? I'm like,
Oh my God.
yeah. Doing the skate run thing.
You obviously weren't skating right.
Yeah, that was not.
Skateboarding.
Did you skate right? How'd you break yours?
Very similar story.
Yeah?
Sober. I was racing my friend on rollerblades in the pitch black in an alleyway.
Yes.
All
And
right.
There was a branch just right there in the middle of it. And by the time I saw it, couldn't see it, tripped,
Son of a bitch.
fell right on it. Same thing as you, though. Just thought, that hurts, but I don't think anything's broken.
Yeah.
And then,
it's broken.
But the next day, all through school, I was having trouble carrying lunches. And
Oh,
I was like, I don't know.
And I'm sure it bruised up a little bit.
That's
the next
not
day,
good.
Too. Yeah.
And I came home, I was like, I couldn't even carry my lunch. She was like, you gotta go to the emergency room. Yeah, I broke my collarbone. I think it was just a deep fracture. I don't think it completely snapped on me, but yeah.
Yeah, mine was the same. It snapped, but it wasn't something to brag about. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a war story. The bone.
You didn't need a surgery, right?
No.
Yeah, I didn't need surgery.
Yeah, and you don't have a cool cast that's like, hey,
Yeah, that weird
what's the
awkward.
story?
You were there. I was just
yeah,
it just looked like I had some weird limp going on.
Oh my god! when I got officially diagnosed with the broken collarbone or the fractured collarbone, the surgeon put not the surgeon, but the doctor put on this brace, and he put on this brace and he was looking at it weird, and he was like, oh, I think this is broken, but we're gonna give this to you anyway. So he put a safety pin in it to hold it together. And 2 days later, my mom's looking at his brace, and she's like, "What the hell?" All she did was flip it inside out, and he was like, "She was like, this doctor's an idiot." And yeah, it fit perfectly after that. But yeah, a doctor put on a brace and was like, "Safety pin."
I mean, the amount of pure idiocracy I run into on a day-to-day basis doesn't surprise me that some doctor did a dumbass thing.
Oh boy.
Dumbass. So no running. What's tiring you out?
I mean, because Faith and we were gonna go out yesterday to power plant with her friends. I'm like, I don't really feel like going. I'm just want to drink some beers and watch murder documentaries, which we ended up doing.
Yeah, all right. That was a good night. Yeah.
I fell asleep a good 2 hours in, and then I woke up today and just, I don't know, I was just tired throughout the whole day.
I get that.
Acceptable.
Yeah. If I didn't work, I'd be there with you all day. You said you're great.
I'm doing great.
Why are you doing great?
Do some winter cleaning.
Winter cleaning? What
Yeah.
does that involve?
Like, legitimately
Snow shoveling?
dusting. Well, yeah, shoveling the layers of dust off of my room. So I'm not
That's always good.
I'm not a clean person when it comes to dust.
I mean,
Yeah, I was actually going through vacuum and dusting, and part of that involved taking away something.
no, what'd you take away?
Disconnected my Fisher-Price toy, ladies and gentlemen. The Wii U, back in the box. Almost threw it out the window, but thought otherwise of it.
See, I didn't know you actually owned a Wii U.
Yeah,
like,
I do.
Just like, you don't sound very happy about that, too.
Actually, it's not even mine, it's my sister's, but I decided one day, I was like, she's never hooking this, because it sat there for 11 months in the box, brand new.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, well, if she's not going to play Mario Maker, I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
Half an hour in, into the tutorial. I was like, So I never finished the tutorial of Mario Maker. And the only game I technically ever played on it was Castlevania Aria of Sorrow.
Yep.
A Game Boy Advance game on the Virtual Console.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a thing, I suppose.
See, shit on the Wii U all you want, but it had a pretty dope Virtual Console. I liked it.
Kind of.
I liked it a lot.
It did. The emulation isn't all there. Like, the library got there.
Yeah.
There was still some stuff on the original Wii you can't get on this. But
The Wii was the best.
Yeah.
Console-wise.
The emulation, like, everything's fucking dark. It looks like you're just like...
I thought it was well, I played Super Metroid, which is a dark game in general.
Yeah. No. Go back and look. We can pull some stuff up at the break. When you pull up something, like you look at Super Mario 3 and you're like, turn the brightness up. But it's not.
Even when it was on the TV?
All the above.
Really?
Yeah, the emulation they did, it's something they did to prevent... the thing I had read was about seizure prevention. So they lowered the brightness to... Horseshit.
But the game was already released before, right? I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, because I played Mario 3, the Super Mario 64 DS version.
Remember when I think it was like a year. Yeah, it was a year ago with the N64 stuff when I live streamed Mario 64.
Mario 64, yeah.
It was through that, and you said like, what is this? Because it was weird looking because it's fucking dark. Yeah, I
did remember asking about what version. Okay.
Yep.
Maybe it was weird then.
Garbage.
That was cool, that live stream you did.
That's what I do. Sometimes.
You were sliding down when you first raced the penguin. And you didn't realize if you held up, you would go faster.
I know. Dumb.
See, that's what made like little quirks like that. You just go back and you just don't know.
I know. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're both good. I'm glad the Wii U's. What'd you do with it?
It's in my closet.
All right.
In its box.
It's fair, I guess. Then you get first you get the job, then you get the khakis, then you get the basement. Once you get the basement, then you put everything back out and you start buying shit that you didn't think you had or wanted.
I already gave Faith a heads up. That's what's happening because we're moving out next year. And I was like, basement.
Yeah, I mean, I never had that like desire, but when we moved in here, it was like, well, we have this. What the fuck do we do in the basement?
No, I'm gonna have like that testosterone, like 10 out of 10 basement with like Raven skier, no girls allowed signs,
Yes.
like plaster and all. Like 3 of them. One in Orioles theme, one in Capitals theme, one in Ravens theme.
All the above.
On all the different, like all right next to each other as you come down the steps.
Yes.
And as soon as a lady comes down, hey, read the
Yeah.
sign.
Nope.
Hey, I'm trying to play my Wii.
You're gonna head off to Spencer's Gifts, I take it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Do they sell that shit, or what does Spencer's do?
The thing. How is Spencer's still a thing?
I think it's on its way out. Is it not?
I don't know. It probably is. However, as someone who is Christmas shopping, I did visit the website. They have some
gold.
They have some stuff on there that's really good, and may or may not end up as Christmas gifts for people around this table.
I'm excited.
Hold on.
Well, I mean, not because I remember it was when Metallica came around and played at Baltimore. I was talking to Faith's brother-in-law, and he was saying like, "Oh yeah, Metallica rules." So
yeah,
their baby shower was coming up, and I was like, "Well, he's getting a Metallica onesie for the baby." That's
how it is.
Master of Puppets onesie.
Weirdly enough, that you bring up Metallica and Spencer's,
because it was at Spencer's Gifts. That's where.
But they have I walk by there, and there's a sign in the window that says Metallica. What is it? The Master of Puppets remaster.
Yeah, they're doing
exclusive
remaster,
at
yeah.
Spencer. What? Spencer's? Yeah.
Hey, whatever to keep the lights on, you know.
So I fucking.
What kind of deal did you have to work around that? Like,
like that. That's where you want to spend your money,
right?
Spencer's. Like, what? That's the target demographic is people who want to buy a Master of Puppets reissue in a physical format in 2017. You want them to come in and buy cinnamon scented dildos or whatever. What do they sell at
body
Spencer's
condoms.
now? Yeah,
That rooster. Remember that fucking rooster? It's like,
dude. You remember we would go in there
yeah, it just.
and squeeze the fucking thing and just let go,
Yeah.
and then circle around and do it again.
Yeah.
People that work there. Have you heard those fucking chicken things?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awful. Awful. And we
Never had to buy them because you just went there. It's like,
Yeah.
I got my share of it.
didn't need one.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. It's bad. Very bad. Speaking of bad, let's talk about some things that are not bad. Video games.
Oh yeah.
Speaking
Well, there's
of
some
bad,
video games
let's
out
talk about things that aren't bad. King of the Sunways over here.
Add it to the list. That's what we do.
I was expecting like an MJ reference, but
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
no.
Because you know why? Because I got one full throttle left upstairs and I forgot to grab it. See? That
That's what it is. That's what it is.
I beat Wolfenstein II. That's a game.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Well, you got it on PS4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That game. I want to talk about it because you were really, really high on it, and I'm not high on it. I'm just not as high on it as you were, and I don't know if I don't
Fair
know
enough.
why. For me, I think you play for the game, but you stay for the story,
I agree with that.
right? Like
Well, it is a very story-heavy game, isn't it?
yeah,
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
yes.
and like the gameplay didn't do it for me. Just I don't know. It didn't.
Well, tell the listeners what difficulty you played it on as well.
Fucking can I play daddy?
Oh, come on.
I know.
Really? Is that the one with the pacifier in the
Yep.
mouth?
Yep.
What are you doing, dude?
So here's the thing. I started off on normal ass difficulty,
Yeah.
and I'm playing.
What
through
are
the
you
game.
playing? I'm sorry. Let me just clarify. Normal experience PS, or I'm sorry, experience FPS, or
Yeah,
normal not so.
The one that said
experience?
like, "Hey, if you like video games, I don't like that either." The one that was just like, "Hey, if you're a real gamer, play this. If you maybe sometimes think about games, you should play on this." I was like,
It didn't say games.
just
It
fucking
said
put me in.
instead of FPSs. I thought.
It didn't. It's still. I didn't like that. It felt demeaning.
All I was saying was you like playing games like NieR. All right, maybe you should play on this average difficulty. I play the fuck out of Battlefront, or no, sorry, not wrong one. Rewind. Battlefield.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
It makes you feel any
Battlefield.
better. Yeah.
So I play the hell out of FPSs.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, I started off and yeah. You play the game, kind of, the level design was such that I always, and this like didn't stop, like by changing difficulty or whatever. Throughout the game, the level design, I felt constantly like I would hit a point where I was just wandering at a certain point. And I'd get cornered somewhere, not by enemies, but by myself, where I'd be like, where am I supposed to go? And I just wander, and then I guess I'll turn around and go the other way. There's no real sense of direction or guidance in that game, which I found kind of frustrating.
I think they're talking about that on Giant Bomb too.
Probably, yeah.
I agree with that.
Like
because-
there's some areas you would walk in and it was just like a random dead end. And you're just
Yeah.
Like, oh, all right.
I was like, yeah. Like, and it'd be one thing if, like, I'm chasing collectibles, but, like, the collectibles for me in this game aren't anything that's...
They're not little Doom dolls that do.
Right, Yeah, not that. So I didn't...
Yeah.
It wasn't chasing
The
after
stuff
them.
worth looking for was like the weapon upgrades and
Right,
that
right.
kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
The collectibles in this that are, like, you know... They kind of add to the world building, but I feel like the story does enough of that anyway that you don't need that, you know, sort of secondary stuff.
Imagine World War II if the Germans won.
Yeah,
That's the world building. It's building a
And
place.
the stuff
you know
that
what
you
it
find,
is.
it's
But
like...
it's set in the 60s, right?
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
stuff you find is, like, newspaper...
clip-ins and journal entries and
Oh, that's
that
pretty
kind of
cool,
stuff.
though.
Yeah.
It's cool, like back, world building stuff, and it's there for those who want it. For me, I didn't really care. So, but even like the spots you get lost in, none of that shit's there. Like I would find myself in these weird holes where it was like there's nothing, and so I don't know. It was kind of weird. Like there was again like no sense of direction pushing me forward. And even like I don't know. You think of a game like Wolfenstein, you think gameplay, and I just didn't get that. So really, like I had to at a point like early on, normal difficulty. I'm just like I take 2 shots and I'm dead, and like I'm trying different strategies. This game has a really really cool, and I wish like more first person shooters had this. The lean mechanic. I think it's one of the greatest introductions they've done, or I don't know that they necessarily added. Like it's been there, but like for that kind of like for a more mainstream first person shooter to introduce that mechanic, I think it works really well. And I'm trying to lean. I'm trying different weapon types. I'm trying different things. Just still like die. Trying from above, trying from below. I'm trying all these things I just couldn't get. And I was like, I'm not enjoying this game. I need to finish it before game of the year. I'm dropping it down. So I put on my bonnet, pop pacifier in, off we went.
At least you're honest about it. Respect.
I couldn't waste my time because I was getting to the point where I was like, I don't want to play this at all. It was the same thing with the first one. Like the first one, I got to a point. I got pretty far in that game, but that boss where you're playing like hide and seek with the fucking spider thing or whatever, I don't remember.
Was it the one outside or was it inside?
It's outside where that thing's like dropping fire bombs in the tunnel. And you need to run through the tunnels.
I don't remember.
And then you have to like shoot under its.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that I hit a point. I was, yep, cool, done. I got
that
it.
That game's brutally hard. I remember.
Like
too.
just and stupid. That one particularly stupid by the end. Where it's like, what the fuck? Fuck you. So this,
you were talking about Wolf 1, right?
Yeah. So this, I was like, I'm not.
They're both tough.
I was like, I'm just gonna, but tough for dumb reasons, like for stupid sake. Like I've been playing Halo as well, and that one too. Like I've got Halo on heroic difficulty, and I'm just running the same loops over and over and over again. But that one, I feel still like a sense of. There's something pushing me in that game where Wolfenstein doesn't have it necessarily.
What happened with me in Wolfenstein with the level design, and I agree with you there, like you just get lost in the thing.
Yeah.
But where you played, it sounds more stagnant and try to keep pushing forward. I was like the Flash. I was like back and forth, up and down, back and forth.
Oh.
And then like as I was doing that,
Yeah.
I would lose track of maybe where I was in the level. And then at that point, I was just running for like an open corridor. And
So you're just constantly hauling ass.
by the second half of that game, I decided, or I realized I need to play this game different. So just by chance, I started doing that a little bit more, and I found it was working. And the part I kind of really adjusted to that was the segment in the court. I'll leave it at that.
Segment in where?
Yeah.
Okay,
That segment right there was where I learned that's probably the way I need to play that game, because in that area,
Because you told me you had a tough time with that spot, which that
spot, yes. And then I kind of realized like I could run that level in a circle and go up and down. Like I accidentally learned the level by doing that.
But that level was the only part in that game that I felt had pretty good level design. Like that was an actual, like, I don't know.
I know what you're saying,
You
because
know
like
what I mean?
the torn down buildings, like you went up and it got weird and there was like weird like I know exactly what you're talking about.
That was good.
And I agree with you there. But yeah, that's how I found myself getting lost, was the fact that I was just zipping in and out of corners and stuff like that, running around.
Story's good though. It goes some weird places, which is cool. I think BJ's character arc.
So he has no business being
what he is.
Yep. but it works
It's fucking cool.
so well.
Yeah.
And I think there's two spots in that game where the game just it unshackles itself, it shines, and it just does not give a fuck about what happens to said characters. The one obviously, and the one a little bit later when you go abroad.
Yeah. There's some things I wish it would have done. Like, there's a couple places you go to, and just by the name of them, you're kind of like, oh yeah, and then, well, where was all the? Come on, dude.
Yeah,
I don't want to say anything because like to even like knowing the name of it would be a thing where you'd be like, I go there.
The
like,
first one's probably early enough, but yeah, I get you wouldn't want to say.
No, yeah, but like the second you hear like that's where I'm going next, I was like, oh shit, yeah, we're done.
That was that. Yeah, I get that.
That's it. That's all I did. You kidding?
Damn.
There's so much shit that we could have done here. What are you doing? Now that I wonder if they'll do like a new order type thing with that and make that but I guess not because I don't know.
So that kind of answered my question. Will there be a Wolf 3 or even
Fuck
like
yeah.
a Wolf
Yes.
DLC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they already announced DLC, and I don't unless they do a surprise one later down the road. You're playing as three different people, but all have historical significance. I think one of them you play as Karl Marx or something like that.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So I think they're actual historical figures based in this fictional world. So you're getting a new aspect of them.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I apologize for not remembering who it is exactly, but yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I think the DLC is called the Freedom Chronicles, and it's like a season pass kind of deal.
That's
There's
pretty cool.
3 segments to it.
But there's some story beats where it's like very clear. Like honestly, the game kind of like wrapped up without it was just done.
Yeah,
was like,
That's what I heard about the ending. It's kind of
when it
like,
happened.
okay, sure.
When it happened. But oddly, like as I don't know, I wasn't mad.
There was an ending to this chapter in the story, but it did not feel final.
Okay.
If that makes like it felt
No, that
like a
makes sense.
chapter in a larger saga. There's a definite end to this arc, but yeah, like there was no even big like there's a fight right before where it was kind of like, but even that didn't feel like. Yeah, I gotta overcome. Like it was just like
you put that pacifier back in your mouth. Let me tell you what,
I
as
know.
someone who was playing on a real difficulty, that last battle was a pain in the ass.
Well, they were talking about that on
Yeah,
Giant Bomb
yeah.
too. Even on like the actual normal, it still punches you in the face.
Yeah, I mean it was
Yeah.
a pain in the ass on easy, but once like that one too, like I didn't realize for the longest time, there was a way underground, so I just kept trying to hide things,
Yep.
hide behind. Then I go underground, I was like, oh okay, this makes a little more sense. It made it easier, but
I still kept dying when I found that out, but that was
Yeah.
after 5 tries, and then 3 more tries later, I think I finally got it. Oh man,
it was a good game. I want another Doom now. Like I want to go back and just play Doom. I think.
Doom on Switch?
I think I might buy it on Switch.
Really?
Yeah. I gotta wait. I've done 0 Christmas shopping, so I need to do that.
Just do a Christmas Eve. That's
can't ship it Christmas Eve.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna do it next weekend, but I'm gonna see what's left over after that.
I'm happy
Like
you're
the Doom Switch.
not to cut you off. But I'm happy you got more enjoyment I think out of this one than you did the New Order, and I definitely agree. The story beats in this one, kind of from the start, a little bit.
Well, I think what's cool is like this time around, like you already know the characters, you know the world. There's not much more they need to do to kind of prove anything. And it lets them kind of go a little bit deeper with BJ. Like you get a lot of flashback sequences. You get a lot of like insight into his life, and it's like, oh, well, that makes a lot of fucking sense why he's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool, and I like the kind of arc that he goes through where he's like, I'm not gonna fucking make it. Like I've been through some shit, you know. Like, and they kind of like turn that on its head.
Yeah.
Where it still is very much tongue in cheek, and it has that same original feel that you got from back. I mean, in the Romero and Carmack days, but it's like they did exactly that thing, and they did it with the first one too, where it was like, what would you do if you had this kind of badass G.I. Joe motherfucker that was subjected to this? Like, what if this really happened? And they put him through that while still keeping it light and everything. But
So I think what they did worked in the best way possible.
yeah.
One last thing, how'd you like the weapons, the weaponry selection in that game?
It was good. I don't know. Once I got that shotgun, I didn't want anything else.
The
Just like
automatic
Doom.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like once
Yeah.
you get a thing that kind of works, like when you're out of ammo, it just feels bad.
I kept finding myself going to heavies when available as well. There would be certain
They were
sections
yeah.
where I felt more comfortable dual wielding with the machine gun and
See, I
automatic
never do.
shotgun.
Never dual wield in that game just because your accuracy drops like a motherfucker.
We played a game very
I know,
different.
I know, which is cool. I think that's a cool thing that you're able to do that. But yeah, I don't know.
You just blat. You like yeah.
Yeah. See, you waste bullets. I want every shot. Every shot counts.
But yeah, every shot does count. I told you I do want to play a section of that game later on in that game, like in front of you to show you how I went through that.
Is there a chapter select or something?
No, but if I pull down my saves, I have about 7 different saves spaced throughout the game, so I'll find something.
Because we ought to just like do a black box thing. I'll record, walk away, you record, and we go back and review the tapes. Or just play them side by side. We'll put up the video of it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see you. And then I'm like,
Yeah. See, mine was a lot of like duck, cover, shoot, and then like, all right, that thing's big. Let me hide.
especially at towards the last third of that game when you get the upgrade portion.
Well,
of
that was
it.
the thing. Like, once my weapon started upgrading, I felt pretty good. I felt confident, just kind of mowing things down.
Not just the upgrades, but the actual like mechanical upgrades.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
At a certain point in that
That
game.
was cool too. I was just charging motherfuckers.
But the chart,
yeah,
it just bled into my strategy.
yeah, that helped a lot. Like, I was about to say where, but different
Mm-hmm.
places. Like where there's like some science bitches hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Those dudes in lab coats. I was just boom.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Is it 60 FPS on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that baby is smooth as butter.
That's nice.
I didn't really notice a drop either, did you?
No, but I also like I leave my PS4 in rest mode. I should probably shut it down once in a while. Actually, I should definitely shut that down.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. But it was good. And then I played everything. Why do you keep shaking it? Every time I bring this game up, Matt just shakes his head. I beat everything, or I finished. Yeah.
You saw credits.
No, there aren't. No.
Oh, okay.
You can look at credits whenever.
All right.
This is not what you expect from a video game. It's David O'Reilly, who did Mountain previously. Remember Mountain from a few years back, where you play as a mountain?
I actually don't.
That's a Ben Bears game for sure. Oh yeah.
I'm on Steam right now. What I want you to know, like whenever
Yeah.
I take my phone out while you
No,
guys
I
are
know,
talking,
no,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's
I'm
why,
not looking up porn or anything. Like I'm legit looking up the games.
I would love that. It's like, well, these guys are talking again. I gotta see boobs.
Fuck this shit.
No, I played. I started it a while back, but like that game goes some places, and when it does, you kind of. My Mac was like fucking chugging.
Oh, you're playing it on your Mac.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was like a Humble Bundle thing where $9 got you all these games, including it, and I wanted to play through it. But yeah, you start off, and I think you start off relatively the same depending on whatever, but you're a random animal or a plant life, and as you kind of navigate through the world, you can transfer your consciousness to other things nearby. And it's, it's a lot of like social commentary and just commentary on humanity and what it is to be a being. And it's all coupled with voiceover by the philosopher Alan Watts. So you hear like a lot of him, like, and that's part of the like progression of the game.
That's cool.
Like as you're wandering through, you're like finding little voice clips. Like as you're going, I don't know, like you'll see the little thing to call your attention. You click on it, and it starts playing Alan Watts' voiceover. So you're doing that while you're like flipping around as a dumb bear or something.
So is there any like this kind of maybe similar. Flower.
It's
Like
very
there's not
much
really
that.
like it's kind of open to whatever.
Yeah, there's a point to it. Like just like Flower had a
Yeah.
beginning and an end, this does, but it's continuous. And the cool thing is like you kind of ascend and descend. So think about there's a video, you can see it somewhere, the internet.
Bing.
Where I think it even has the same narrator over top of it, where it starts on like a woman at a poolside or something, and then it pulls out and zooms up, and it's like, hey, here she is from 50 feet. Here she is from 200 feet. Here she is from 6,000 feet, from 70,000 feet, and it just keeps scaling back until you're outside of Earth, in the universe, galaxy. Well, right, yeah, you know what I mean, like Earth, galaxy,
Yeah.
universe, etc. Pulls back and then goes all the way in until you're like inside the molecules in her hand, and you're
like those. I remember seeing that in like science class. or
it's that,
whatnot.
yeah, like think of it like that, but you're playing that,
Okay.
where you're constantly able to transfer your consciousness between a blade of grass to a ladybug to a fucking atom,
Okay.
and go all the way out. So you're a planet or you're whatever. And the way it kind of does it, it's all very seamless. It's a very like passive experience in a way, but I don't know. It's a couple hours. You just kind of get lost in this thing, moving around, and along the way you unlock different abilities. So like you'll unlock the ability to sing, because all creatures sing to each other.
Okay.
And it's kind of cute how they do some of them. Like you might take, depending on which planet you land on, depending on which continent you go to, you might find a car. So when the cars sing, they just honk. But if it's a blade of grass, you might hear it like rustling together.
Oh, I like this because it's a hit or miss whenever it comes to Steam reviews, but they actually quote from Alan Watts. This is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you are doing in it here and now. And instead of calling it work, realize it is play. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like
I like
you
that.
just kind of have to fall into it, lose yourself for a little while. It's like a weird little trip you can go on if you want to.
So did you like take shrooms beforehand, or
No. But you
it
don't.
seems like it would be that kind of game though.
If that's your thing, man, shroom it up, shroom daddy. But no, I just hung out in my office, staring at my computer, and like after a while, like it's very calming. Like it's not.
I mean, it looks really nice.
I literally I beat Wolfenstein, and then I walked upstairs and I turned on everything. I went from one to the other, and it was like, all
Those
right,
are some polar opposites.
yeah. Really good though. Like just solid. Like makes you kind of step back and realize that like shit sucks, but shit always sucks. Shit's always good. Just depends on how you look at it. Really like changes perspective, and I don't know.
Yeah, I remember I had always heard about this game. It came out earlier this year, and it was one of those things like I saw it, someone posted on Reddit, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then like, oh, here's this other game that I'm looking at and I completely forget about.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
yeah. I have a wish
Not
list
saying in a
full
bad
of those
way.
things.
I'm just
no.
It just sucks there wasn't really more.
There's like 70,000 things on Steam that come out every day. So,
Yeah.
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 No, this was. I remember Mark had sent us a while back
Okay.
a trailer for this, like back when it was first coming out or on its way out, and the trailer was like a 10-minute long trailer of gameplay, but just with this Alan Watts. What do you call it? Like lecture over top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all him talking about like what he was. Alan Watts was very. It all sounds goofy, but like it makes sense. Like it's just him. Like it's all he speaks in a very like whimsical manner. Like he's Dr. Seuss or something. Like he's just like I look at you and I think that you are only there because I am here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right, it's that kind of stuff where it's like, but my existence relies solely upon you existing at all. So if I can't exist and you can't exist, then are we both ever existing? It's like that kind of cadence and whatever, but it's that over top of you like becoming a camel.
Okay.
And then holding the trigger to become like a speck of dust beside the camel. and then you click in the R3 and you're singing with other specks of
Oh,
dust.
so you play with a controller too?
You can. I did not like the keyboard controls. I played
Okay.
keyboard and mouse, and I was like, nope. Nope. Yeah. It was cool though. If you're looking for like that kind of, hey, let me sit down for a few hours, play a game, get lost in it, I think that's
That's
a good trip.
Yeah, I just wish listed it and Mountain too, as you were.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mountain.
right.
That was another
Yeah.
weird one. Yeah, this guy did. Remember the movie Her?
Ah.
He did the video game in that.
Okay, that's where.
And
Okay,
he's done a lot of work in animation. Like he's worked with Tim and Eric, and
that's where I heard about it then, because I remember someone brought that up when I first heard about it when they posted it on Reddit.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Love that movie too.
Yeah. Oh my god,
So good.
I need that to be real, like now, you know. Be okay with that. Ben, did you play anything this week? That's everything I played.
I actually haven't. I've been doing a lot of like 3D modeling work just on the side. So, when I did have time to play, I pretty much just played New Vegas. Started up doing another DLC. I think it's one of the last DLCs in the pack, and it's actually really fucking cool.
Better
Like,
than the
Better
last
than the one I just
Yeah.
played. It's called the Sierra Madre Invitation or something, and it's like it just tells you like, oh, you've been invited to this thing. Go here, and you like go into this bunker, and then right before you enter in, it's like this is for experience levels only. So I'm like, oh, but if you buy all the DLC,
Yeah.
it increases your level per DLC you buy, like the level cap. So
Oh,
I think the
right.
original game level cap's
Oh,
what,
yeah.
30?
They
It
did
might
that.
be 20
Or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But
But
I'm like-
each one erases it by 5, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think they do that in all of them, right? That's a
I think
Fallout
so.
thing.
Yeah.
I think so.
Not in the newest, not in 4, but
Not in
yeah.
4, but I remember it in 3.
Yeah, in 3 in New Vegas, they definitely.
So
did
I'm
that.
like right now I'm like level 38 or 39. I can't remember what exactly, but it's pretty cool. Like you open up this bunker and then there's nothing in it. It's just this wide room, and then gas just comes, and your person passes out, and you wake up in this like. It looks even more like post-apocalyptic than New Vegas. Like it just looks like there's like a red thunderstorm the whole time, like nobody's there, and it's just depressing as fuck. And this like hologram comes up, and he's like, "I need you to go to this casino." It's like, "Oh, by the way, I took all your guns away and all your armor, and you have this device around your neck. So if you even bother trying to not obey my orders, you'll just blow up and die."
Oh, cool.
You're like, so okay, dude. So even if you're a high level, like it's still gonna be pretty fucking difficult because you have no weapons. I mean, you can kind of get away if you level up your unarmed, which I did. But still, even then, it's pretty fucking difficult.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild, that DLC finally came out, and I jumped into that, and it does the same thing. The Champions Ballad or whatever, I didn't get far in it because the first thing you have to do is go pick up this magical one-hit kill item, but in return, they strip you of all of your health.
Okay.
So while you're carrying it, you have a hit left. So you need to go work through all of these camps by using a weapon that is a one-hit kill, but only in 2 successions. So it's like kill, pause, wait for it to reload. Now it's reloaded, kill. But like you have to like get really crafty with your dodging and that whole like, hey, here's power, but you're also depowered.
But yeah, and he's like, you need to find these other dudes and become teammates with them. And you're just like, all right, whatever. And you kind of like, you can kind of do whatever order you want, but there's like a recommended order. So I went to I think it's like the police station or some shit, and it's this fucking big mutated dudes. What the fuck are they called?
Super mutants.
Yeah, super mutants. It's some super mutant dude, but like you go in and he's just sitting there in a jail cell, like rocking back and forth on the ground, making like dog noises.
Yes.
So then you have to go in the basement and get this like audio recording, and the quest says like play audio recording in front of the super mutant. So you go up and you play the audio recording, and then all of a sudden he gets up, completely changes posture, and like his voice completely changes, and you find out he's like a straight up schizophrenic or something, and that he somehow brought you here, but it was on the commands of, I forgot the fucking name, the hologram dude. So I'm like, this is pretty fucking cool. I'm
That's a
liking this
cool
side
story.
quest. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot because it's kind of like when it comes to combat, there's not a lot of combat. Like I probably fought maybe 3 or 4 enemies so far. It is a lot of like exploring and kind of puzzle solving types of things. So
Yeah.
I've liked it a lot so far. But like I said, I haven't really been able to play too much. I really wanted to get. This kind of ties into the news, but when the PUBG map got announced, the Game Awards, I was texting JP and he was like, "Dude, did you see the fucking trailer for the new map?" He's like, "Hey, dipshit, it's been out. Where have you been?" I'm like, God, all right, I gotta play next week.
Yeah. Did you watch that the no clip thing with Brendan Green?
Yeah.
There was something in there that I found fascinating.
Go ahead.
That, as someone who owns an Xbox One and now has access to PlayerUnknown Battleground, he talked about doing, he was asked like, hey, when you're creating maps that are gonna be played this much, is that stressful? Like, whatever. What goes into that? And he was talking about like how much work it is and how much playtesting they do, and the idea of like, what distance should you have between 2 buildings, like depending on where you drop. All these things kind of go into consideration. And they asked him like, what other kind of map would you like? Where do you go next? And he brought up the idea of Die Hard and being in a fucking skyscraper. And he was like, can you imagine just like you start off, everyone's on a different floor?
Yes, because he brought up because this was when PUBG was first getting really fucking popular, like popular. It was some subreddit post, and I think it was like right when everybody caught wind that there was going to be more maps and shit. And it was like the most voted comment in that post. Someone was like, "Yo, what if they did it straight from Die Hard? Was it Yakatomi Plaza or something?
Yeah,
everybody starts in different rooms, and you gotta like that's fucking dope."
Be cool.
So that's what he brought. He's like, yeah, someone posted on the subreddit. Yeah.
And he was like, just you just start burning each floor. So that's where the ring closes, like where different floors
like
set on fire.
That'll be so fucking
Say,
cool.
I think there is a map like that in Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is all top floors of a skyscraper.
It'd be so cool.
I might be very wrong, but I think there is one.
I don't know, but like even I dove into Friday the 13th this week a little bit, and even that idea of just like the first game I only played like half a match because halfway through it somebody left and whatever. But I was Jason, and like that idea of just wandering through looking to kill. Yeah, I mean, again, like I haven't touched PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds at all. But I like Friday the 13th gave me a taste for that. Where now I'm like, oh no, this will be good.
Okay.
That like hide and seek, but also murder time. That seems pretty fun. Now I get, you know what I mean? Like it scratched that itch, or it created that itch that I didn't know I had. Now I'm like, all right, when's this thing coming to Xbox? Actually, it comes out like tomorrow.
Tuesday, I think.
Yeah.
Because that's when I pick up. Oh, so I bought for Faith's brother-in-law the
Nice
pre-order, whatever.
Yeah.
And I bought Prey.
Oh,
I
word.
I saw in the chat.
Wait, what?
360.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been chasing that one.
Yeah. I mean, because what was that? What at White Marsh they had it there, but it was no case. So I'm like, I'm not a plebe.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
No.
So they had it $5, case, everything, not even a scratch on the disc. So I'm like, bought.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna try to sneak that in. I'm gonna try to sneak in other games before the end of the year, just so I can have more of a discussion during the game of the year thing.
Yeah, because we got like a week or not even less than a week.
Yeah, like I didn't fucking finish up Doki Doki. Yeah, so I got to do that.
Oh my god, you're like right there.
I know.
Based on like,
I know.
like you literally are going to open up the window, click next, and you're going to be there.
Yeah. See, I'll definitely sneak that in.
You better sneak that in because just some preliminary talks. Doki Doki's popped up in a lot of conversations that I don't feel like it should have popped up in.
I know. I did not expect that game to be, but yeah,
it's floating around a few conversations, prelims.
Yeah, it's weird.
No, I'll get
Very
there.
weird. Matt, what'd you get into?
So, you said you had to get through Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Because you're playing Game of the Year stuff, and, I'm kind of in the same mode. So, obviously, I decided to play, a few more hours of Rocket League.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But besides playing more Rocket League, which I just do every week, I finished NieR Automata.
A B C D E.
A, B, C, D, and E. Yes. I've experienced all the main quests in that game. I did not do a lot of side quests.
No, those are incidental.
That I think I might be regretting.
What do you mean? Side quests?
So I kind of feel bad, and I don't like. I usually am just like an asshole about it. I'm like, oh yeah, well my opinion's everything. But like. I legitimately feel bad that I'm not like that ending E did not resonate with me. It resonated with me, but not nearly in the same level as
nearly.
All right,
I'm in Mark's seat.
You did.
I'm in Mark's seat.
Yeah.
Not. I gotta say it again. Not nearly as close as Joe or anyone else on like. Reset era or NeoGAF when NeoGAF was back when it was still a thing, all that stuff. And like I just feel bad, and like I'm doing some preliminary reading now, and like they're saying there's a couple side quests you could do that would give you more understanding to some certain context about that ending. And I think I'm gonna find myself maybe watching like a little like 20-minute little analyses video on YouTube just to make sure like I got everything I should have had going into that ending. And if I just didn't resonate with me, like that's it's my opinion. It's like you don't like Horizon that much, and that's fair. Like it's just that thing, and I just kind of feel bad that it I don't know, it just didn't hit home for me. I liked it, I enjoyed it, and I actually just thought, like, everyone's saying ending E is, like, the one. I actually thought, like, C or D was better.
I think those were more... I mean, we have less than a week till we really dig into this stuff. Yeah. But I think C and D were more, like, revelatory in context to the game, but E kind of transcends the game and speaks to you, the player, and, like, to tie into the whole theme of humanity and the... death and birth of it and what it is to be human and all that stuff. I think E was like that kind of like
I get that. I don't know. I feel bad saying like it just didn't hit home with me for some reason, but so I'm just going to do a little bit more homework. I don't think I'm actually going to revisit the game. Actually, I don't think I can. I actually think I deleted it off my console to make room for Horizon again for the DLC. But No, I'm going to do a little bit more homework before Game of the Year conversations, just so I have a little bit more context. So I feel a little bit better talking about that game. But I will say, the way C shaked out, like the actual playthrough of C, I actually enjoy that a lot.
Playing as A2.
Yeah, playing as A2. It feels familiar yet a little bit different, and I kind of like how they went back and forth between two characters. I don't want to dive into it for spoiler's sake, but they dive back and forth between two different characters, and their play styles are totally different. So it's kind of nice that like once I got bored of the ones, I went to the others, and once I got bored of that individuals, I went back to like.
And a lot of that was like the pacing of it as well. Like it's not necessarily you making that conscious decision always to jump between, but like it did a really good job of handing off when it knew it needed to.
It was just weird that the pathway of those characters were totally different until the end there. That was the only weird part. But once again, what I said about that game back when I played it a few months ago when I got through the first route. That game's story is good, but that game is more of a moments game. Like there's just some moments in that game where you're like, man, that's fucked, or man, that's holy shit. And and that Route C continued that for me. Like the story is present, and I actually think it was probably a little bit better in that route than the other ones.
But
it was still just a lot of of those moments, like damn, holy shit, oh my god.
But it was totally that. I just love that A and B. Playing through A and B, it's a weird thing. Like you play through A and you're like, that was a game. I played 10 hours. I finished a game. You play through B and you're like, oh, I'm playing that game as a different character. That's kind of cool. I'm seeing different contexts. And then C is like, oh, it's a sequel to that game, but it's in the same game. Like it's if this was 30 years ago, like it would have been weird. Like the first one would be like the Rev A cart, and B would be like the fucking Europe version that we didn't get here, and then C would be the sequel that came out 3 years later.
No, a year later.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
a year. It's
No, that game is it's a very good game. Not hating on it by any means. Any means at all. I kind of just feel bad that ending E just didn't hit home for me. But yeah, maybe by this time, either next week's podcast or by Game of the Year, maybe I'll have a different opinion. I'm gonna do a little bit more homework, invest myself in it just a little bit more, just to be safe. But yeah, I enjoy what I played.
Where do you want to see that go next?
I don't fucking know.
Like, do you want to see more of that world, or just see what else Yoko Taro does? Or
Well, the thing is, I don't know.
Do you want another one by Platinum?
I don't know where that game came from either. So, like, I don't want to sit here and say I want something that they already did.
Yeah.
So, like, I never played a Dragon Guard game. Like, I don't know what those games are like.
But I think
I never played the first NieR, so like, I don't know what that game was like.
I was about to, I was legit texting being like, "Hey, I'm getting the PS4. I just need to at least play one through it because NieR." So when I was at GameStop, I saw NieR on 360.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to go back and play that now that you've played this?
Yes,
because it's in that same world, right?
So
universe.
This is NieR Automata is based on ending E in NieR.
NieR 360 or PS3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is based on ending C of Dragon Guard 3.
Oh, so Dragon Guard's before Dragon Guard 3.
If I'm like, I might have it kind of off.
Isn't
but like,
Dragon Guard 3 a prequel to the entire series? I think it's 2. Is it?
Maybe that's it. Yeah. But either way, like this is a subset of a subset.
And I may be wrong,
subset.
but I thought I heard like that ending in Dragon Guard is a niche ending that NieR spun off of. It's not like
a true ending.
Yeah.
It's a weird side thing that doesn't. So like this is tied to that universe, but it's not necessarily like some big.
I'm looking it up right now.
Deep canon. The thing for me is like I started. You're like as soon as I went way in with NieR Automata, I was like, all right, give me everything you got, Yoko Taro. And then I started digging a little bit, and I was like, I don't know that I really like those games. Like I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember when Automata was announced, it was that weird. Wasn't it weird? It was that was the Square Enix. It was the conference that 7 was announced. So what? 2014, 15? Was it 15?
Sure.
Whatever one 7, the remake was announced.
Yeah.
Square Enix had a press conference. Weirdly enough. And it wasn't a very big auditorium. It was very, what's the word?
They were like on the side too. Like they were at a podium, like on the
It was very close knit. I can't think of the word I want to use, but very intimate. It was very and then this I've never heard of this guy before, and this guy rolls out in that head, and I'm like,
mask.
who the fuck is this guy? And then he announces a game for a sequel to a game I've never heard of, and half the audience is clapping, and half the audience is like, "What the fuck is that game?" So it was very weird. And then I don't know, like I totally forgot that announcement happened. And then when this game started doing its press cycle, I was like, "Oh, this game looks cool." And then I kind of connected the dots, like a month before the release. I was like, "Oh, that was that weird one." That like the first one had a weird niche audience that wanted a sequel, and they got it. But the first one, like people were divided on it.
Yeah, I didn't even remember any of that shit. I remember the weird Square press conference, but I don't know.
But yeah,
weird.
I don't know. I'm definitely happy to play through it though. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's a really good, solid game.
It gave me like a renewed faith in Platinum, because Platinum had been on like a weird shaky road after.
What else were they involved with?
They like Scalebound got canceled, which was a big hit to them, like kind of a big blow, but. Like they did that
Ninja
Turtles game. They did the Transformers game. They did a couple of these licensed properties that just were kind of shoddy.
They were Korra.
Yeah, Legend of Korra. They're just like mediocre. They just weren't. It's the same developer coming off of like Bayonetta and Vanquish, and like these big games that are
Bayonetta 2.
Right, Bayonetta 2. Like these games where everyone's like, yes, and then like to make
hit
things
a
that
bad
just
spot. They did Revengeance, which
yeah, but
I think was positive. I don't think it was like it doesn't hold up to Bayonetta or by any means.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not there, right? But that Metal Gear's
Yeah.
another one I'm like dipping my toes into, kind of weirdly. But that's one where I've heard people say like Revengeance is my favorite in Metal Gear series.
Which one?
Revengeance
Oh,
is one where you just play as.
And those are going to be the same assholes. They're saying Survive will be the best Metal Gear.
Well,
game. Okay.
I don't think anyone will say that.
Hmm.
Revengeance, you play as
Raiden.
Raiden.
oh, it was a
and it's-
360 one.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
It's
it's
hack and slash. Very
hack and slash.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
It's
Cutting
based
up-
off of Raiden's canon in Metal Gear Solid 4.
yeah.
Yeah, because remember when that was announced at E3, that was like, oh, Metal Gear on 360. Here we go.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys
yeah.
eventually got it.
Not
That was-
4. 4 still.
Oh, 4.
Mhm.
Yeah, 4, not 4. You got 2 and 3.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the first Dragon Guard game came out PS2.
Yeah,
2003.
yeah.
So this, I guess, IP would it be? Because are they tied together? Or this thought,
They.
at least, has been around since 2003.
I think like the idea behind it is like, if you think of something like
I don't think there's another thing you compare it to, really.
no, like I think the first thing I think of when this is like comic books, where like comic books have all those weird dumb rules where it's
Oh.
like
In this universe,
yeah, like
yeah.
there's this
I thought you were
Earth.
talking video games, not comics.
No, there's
Talking
this
about more
Earth
important than
where
I know what you mean.
Batman killed his like it's that kind of bullshit.
Because there's nothing to like say that it's wrong.
Right,
It's
like,
like,
it's
no, you can't.
technically
Well,
it's
yeah.
it's not in the current modern canon, but if you follow it back, there was this weird one issue in 1956 when
of course.
they hired a freelance writer just to do an issue, but technically that issue sold so many copies that
I know what you mean.
blah 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 blah. Julie Schwartz decided, yeah, let's spin that off, and that got its own Batmite mini series. That thing. It's that thing. What else did you play?
That was pretty much it. I attempted to hop into Horizon the Frozen Wilds, but the PS4 does some weird thing where if you download a DLC before reinstalling the game data,
Yeah.
it deletes the DLC. So I hop into Horizon thinking my DLC is there and it's not. So I played that for about 30 minutes and then hopped off of that. It was cool getting back in that world though.
Felt good?
Felt real good, except I was getting my ass kicked because, for obvious reasons, I haven't played it for 6 months, and that game is still brutally hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I felt that was a nice, refreshing 30 minutes. I need it.
So, not to go back to NieR, when you,
No.
Yeah,
please.
no, Hey, look at that.
I'm just curious how long it took you to play it, because you started what last week? Because before that you
I
hadn't
think
played.
my save closed out at about 20 hours.
Okay.
But that's combined. That was the stuff I did a few months back with Route A. I finished Route A, barely started at Route B, but then I finished it probably combined 10 hours, B and C.
Okay.
Yeah. If you run through it, you can get through. Like me going through A organically, getting lost in it and whatever, my A playthrough was 10 hours.
Okay.
My final clock time after doing, and like that, when I say organic, I mean like I'm doing the main missions, but I'm letting myself get lost into side missions here and there.
Okay.
That was about 10. To go from B through E, which really like, it's B through E, but it's technically just like B and C. Right?
Yeah, it's B, then C, and then chapter select opens
Right.
to allow you to get D and E very, very easily.
Yeah. It's not
Very easily.
like D and E. It doesn't take much time.
And like there's no thinking involved. You'll know what to do to
it's
get
not-
D and E.
Okay.
But my final clock time was 29 hours.
Hmm.
But I also like got lost for a while. You know what I mean? Like intentionally lost. Like
Yeah.
just I really, really like sunk myself into that world. But yeah, I mean, if you're saying 20 hours, just boom.
Yeah, I mean, and in that A playthrough, I may have done the occasional thing if I was in the area. B and C though, I was like head down,
Let me
push
get
forward. Let's try to finish this. But like, it wasn't like I don't know. It was B. The first half of that run, I felt like all right, head down. Let's go to the next one. See if it picks up. But then like it picks up in a weird way, despite you playing the same route again.
Okay.
And like you just kind of want to keep going through that main mission or the main story. And then C is just kind of weird from the start, and I think some good moments happen early in that run that make you just want to see the main story through. And in a way, the game kind of forces you to. It's weird if you play it, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, it's. I don't think you feel that last 10 to 8 hours as much as you think. Like
Okay.
you'll hop in. It's probably like if you ever start at 9 o'clock. You might start playing, and then you might look down at the clock, and it's like midnight. And you're like, oh, shit.
Oh, okay. All right.
The only thing that's a drag is a part of Route A, because I think the combat heaviness of that game is very boring at times. It's the same thing
It's pretty monotonous.
almost over and over again. There's some different enemy types that they throw in to mix it in a bit, and different styles, whether it's side-scrolling or top-down, that mixes up a bit. And then the beginning of B, kind of realizing that you're about to go through the same thing over and over again with a character rather not like playing as much. But like I said, halfway through it does something unique, and it makes you want to keep playing.
Right.
And then, like Joe said, C is the sequel to the game, so you
Yeah,
kind of want to pick up right where it left off.
That part's really dope.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try to at least squeeze some kind of playtime just so I can say I at least played it. This
Yeah,
year,
it's
you know what I mean?
it's definitely a game worth playing this year, definitely. And then just wander around that main hub area and listen to the music.
God, the fucking music. Did you buy the soundtrack yet?
No, I didn't buy a soundtrack.
I bought it.
I wonder if it's something on Spotify, because Spotify has some like
It might be.
pretty decent.
It's not on Apple Music. I had to buy
A
it.
lot of video game stuff's not on Apple Music.
Yeah.
That's kind of shitty, but whatever.
I had to buy it on
iTunes.
iTunes, yeah. But the fucked up thing is, and I'd say fucked up, but like I haven't really looked, but the 8-bit soundtrack, not available for purchase that I can find. Like the only way I found it was like some Japanese, you had to buy something else from Japan
Oh,
and they'd
alright.
give you a copy of it. But again, I didn't look too hard. I'm sure I could find it available. Like I think, it was like a weird, like you can only buy it like from the Square Enix store through Japan. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh well.
You guys want to take a break?
Sure. Yeah, I'm ready.
And then there's some news this week, man.
What happened?
We'll find out just after this. Short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the other side of the show. It's time for news. Yeah, some video game news happened, Matt. Such as Sonic Forces Speed Battle. What's it called? Did I say it
You
right?
got it. Then you got it.
almost there.
Got an update, Christmas style. You're playing in snow. Now, I know Mark is not here tonight. I am not attempting to make it so that he never returns again. But Matt, I just want to ask a question about Sonic Forces.
Of course.
How many races have you completed at this point?
100 even.
All right, that's it. Moving on to news.
Do you want to just say what we did over the break real quick?
Well, we'll roll it into the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I play Sonic Forces Speed Battle, so.
What place you come in?
First place! For the 44th time!
So starting off the week, From Software came out with a little tweet.
Who's that?
From Software, they're the developers of Shadow Tower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Classic.
I think
a
they
classic.
did Kingsfield.
Kingsfield as
Okay.
well. Yeah, that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
They came out and confirmed that Armored Core has a future. In a tweet, they said, "Yep, we're still going to make Armored Core games."
Yeah, because that
See you
was
soon.
when, after Buttborn was said and done, and Dark Souls 3, they were like, "Hey, we're working on something. It's probably," and someone said it's probably Armored Core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said, "Yeah, we like Armored Core. And we're going to make more of those." And there's a PS4 theme coming tomorrow. So there's a PS4 Armored Core theme if you want it.
Oh, that's wild.
Go grab it. we'll have a little more on From Software later. Y'all like Mega Man?
Who?
Mighty Number 9.
Ah, okay.
There you go. All right,
Now we're
now,
speaking my
now you're on
language.
board. Mega Man X 1 through 8 on the way to all modern platforms. PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. Actually, I don't know about PC, but I assume PC.
Probably.
Also, the Mega Man Legacy Collections Volumes 1 and 2 on the way to Switch because they never went
Yeah.
over to Switch. And then, as part of a 30th anniversary stream, Capcom also announced and debuted even, Mega Man 11, which it's got, I made a joke about Mighty Number 9, but it's got that Mighty Number 9 vibe to it, although it seems like it'll be, I don't even know. This looks closer to the concept art and idea behind Mighty Number 9 than Mighty 9 did in the end. So there's that. The backgrounds are all hand painted, which looks really nice. But it's that 2.5D, I don't know.
I was expecting a much faster gameplay.
He looks very slow. He looks very heavy, but then again,
Yeah.
like Mega Man's always heavy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I'll have a better idea when I'm not seeing it through YouTube.
But
You
no,
know what I
I thought that too, but then you think about it, like think about Mega Man's actual sprite, like him on NES, like he's a slow dude.
He is.
But I know. And they did a lot of work like to redesign him, and he looks cool. We'll see. That game we'll have more information next summer. They made that very clear that next
Shut
summer
up.
there's
Stop
some
tweeting us.
information on the way. Yeah, like several times during that stream, they were like, "Oh man, Mega Man, let's take a look at that trailer again. More information
Yeah.
next summer." So yeah, we're not sure, but look forward to hearing more next summer.
Yeah, it was awkward on that live
Yeah.
video when stuff like that would happen. Like, so what's your favorite Mega Man game?
And like those things are always any of these like anniversary things. Like you go into it as a fan thinking like this is gonna be like this is a big thing. This is huge, and then you realize how small the video game industry is still. As big as it's gotten, you're like, oh yeah,
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, but it's still like
it's still that.
yeah,
It's still like
Yep.
tech TV.
yeah,
You're like, huh?
yeah.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, all right.
We all should watch an e-sport competition one day.
There's probably gonna be a Nintendo Direct in January.
Thanks, EA.
Yeah.
Do you think they did it on purpose? Just to bring some good
No.
press to them?
No.
No, they don't care.
That's right.
They're
That's
still-
true.
And that's
They're
not
still
good press
shitting
for
money.
them. If anything, that's like you guys just like assholes again. But yeah, EA's internal planning documents, which one, in addition to confirming a Nintendo Direct in January, also show how a corporate like strategist would plan out the marketing of a game. I don't know if you guys looked at that poster for what is it, Faye?
Mhm.
It says like push indie love, or like like.
I was
And
really
br-
confused at that.
And I think the idea, like they want to. Yeah, it just seems really greasy. Just real.
Yeah, EA and indie in the same sentence. That doesn't. It's like an oxymoron almost.
Well, that.
Yarny.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
And, well, we'll get there.
No, we'll not get there. I'm not talking about that motherfucker.
Fuck the Oscars.
Hate
That guy is indie. He's
I
indie as
didn't
fuck.
see it, but I was kind of just annoyed by that.
I was like, what the? Why?
The best part
Yeah.
about that is Jeff Keighley is trying to boot him off the stage, and he
It
clearly
just sucks
can't.
because like we talked off air, but like Jeff Keighley, we'll get to the Game Award stuff. But like Jeff Keighley does a lot of work to make that show something substantial. But again, it shows how small this industry really is. Fucking get your shit together,
People on
man.
Reddit were like, "That dude was definitely on coke."
Good for
Yeah,
him.
like just sort your fucking life out.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need to be out there doing that. It's not about you. It's my mama and fucking Tommy Wiseau. Dark Souls remaster rumor. I don't know. I don't have any stake in this. I don't know if it's legitimate.
I think I would buy it.
If it's just up-res textures, same thing. I
never
probably
played
would
it, though.
skip
Because you just played it
because
on
I
PC.
just played it on PC
with the DS
the
fix.
DS fix.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've never touched it. So that I could do.
I played about 2 hours of Demon Souls, and that's my experience with that part of the Souls franchise.
If you want to get into that, you better do it quickly because that game's going offline next month.
Just the
Demon Souls.
servers, if you
I
wanna
know
play
about that.
online.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not too worried about that.
So even if you play, because even when I played Dark Souls, I tried to connect online and it just
No,
didn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 hit number 2 in Japan sales, just behind Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Ultra. Sorry, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. So for being behind Pokemon, that's pretty good
Wait, number 2 most sold game?
In Japan.
in Japan for whatever last week.
Oh, okay.
Still, I want to get a verdict on that. I forgot to ask Akko about that game. I've seen some conflicting things.
I think he likes it.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. We're going to have to...
I couldn't see his play counter because
Okay.
it's only been out for a week, and Switch doesn't tell you. It just says played 7 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'll be able to check at some point and see. I'm assuming he'll have thousands of hours in it. We talked, was that last week or the week before, about that Devil May Cry 5 leaked thing? It was 2 weeks ago, right? Either way,
One episode.
right on the heels of that leak thing about DMC 5, confirmation of a DMC HD collection coming
Right.
to PS4 and the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Tomb Raider got confirmed by Square Enix. Basically just stating, yeah, game's real. It'll be out next year. Later, nerds. Because I think a lot of people were looking for that game, one of the fall festivities this year.
Okay.
Was it Shadow of the Tomb Raider? Right?
E.
So that was
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Rise was the one that came
First
out.
one.
I think this new one's meant to be Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Something
Hmm.
like that. This
Alright.
was one of those plain logo things, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything special behind it. I am happy that that game did not get canned because they decided to release it the same day as Fallout 4.
That was such a weird thing too, because it was Xbox One exclusive for
Yep.
a year, which
Was it?
It was a good game. I never played it, but from what I heard,
That's what I mean, and that's exactly it. Had that game come out on the platform we primarily play on, it would have a much different story. But because it came out on Xbox One before either of us owned that platform, we were like, okay. And by the time it did come out, it felt like
I had Uncharted 4.
I had Uncharted 4, and I felt like, oh, well, that was a game from last year, so I'll move it on. It's weird. It sucks. 'cause
I enjoyed the first game a lot.
I know, and I think I'd enjoy that one a lot, but I don't know. Never know. Maybe that'll be a next year. I don't know.
Save it for next year.
Yeah. Capcom announced something else while we're there, because we're gonna close out with Game Awards and PlayStation Experience, but Capcom announced Sunday evening 30th anniversary of Street Fighter Collection, or rather, the Street Fighter 30th anniversary collection. You ready for this?
Ready.
Oh, are you about to announce the...
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what I was about.
Oh, you got it?
Nope, you do, because I didn't have it up.
PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Windows PC, May 2018. Yeah?
All right.
Now, what are you getting, right? What's in a 30th anniversary collection? Ben, what do you want in a 30th anniversary? You're the Street Fighter.
All right.
You are a Street Fighter.
This makes me feel really fucking old because I bought the 15th anniversary collection
Ooh.
on PS2, and it came with the fight stick, and I vividly remember that game. So, I looked at the list, and it's pretty much the older Street Fighter.
If I were to ask you, without you knowing what this list is, what would you want in a Street Fighter 30th anniversary collection?
I mean, I wanted to put in that weird 3D one, the very first one.
Yeah.
Just because, why not? But honestly, 3.
Just 3?
I like that more than 2.
All right. If I were asking you, not necessarily Street Fighter, but coming at it from a 30th anniversary of a very popular franchise,
A lot of iterations.
what would I ask? What would you say you want in there?
I don't know. I would think 1, 2, and 3, right? We're on 5 now, right?
Yeah.
4 was the 3D one.
Yeah.
I guess
There's
4.
a 3D one before that, too. That's the one I was
That's
talking
the one,
about. Yeah.
So I guess all the main ones, and then maybe throw in a couple of the more popular spin-off ones, like Ultra Turbo Graphics, Turbo
Those are the
Edition,
HD
Turbo,
remix.
That's it.
HD Turbo.
That's it. So here's what you're getting.
Okay.
Arcade perfect balancing in 12 iconic titles. Street Fighter, Street Fighter II, Street Fighter II Champion Edition, Street Fighter II Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter II, Super Street Fighter II Turbo, Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter Alpha 2, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 3 Second Impact, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Seeing the word Street Fighter that many times back to back makes that series seem like it has such a stupid fucking name. Because
And
after
it
a while,
does.
you just look at it and it's like, oh, that's a logo. You don't look at what the
Yep.
words are. But now looking at it that many times, what a dumb name.
Yep.
Street Fighter. Street Fighter.
Any one of us could be a Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Let's go outside and practice right now. Cut the podcast short.
I
you know?
was fighting in the street.
So they're including the very first one too, the
Yeah.
arcade
No one.
like 2
the
button
one that no one. But I guess, like, how do you do a 30th anniversary collection without it? But everyone just wants 2.
I wish I were actually.
Everyone just wants 2 turbo.
Well, I wish I were around at that time when 2 first came out in the arcade, and you had the one dipshit hipster in the back, like, "Oh, it's not as good as Street Fighter 1." Like, you know what I mean?
Get out of here, Mikey. Fuck off.
I don't know, I probably would have not playing any like the Street Fighter games like extensively. I probably would have been that kid, just be an asshole.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 1's better.
Yeah, just the. I know what you mean.
I'm gonna be over here playing Dig Dug.
Yeah. Fuck off. So you can go online as well. 4 of
Yeah.
these games, they offer online gameplay options. Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter Alpha 3, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike all have an online component to them. Players can recreate classic arcade gaming experience by competing against the CPU while waiting for friends in online battles. There's lobbies. How's that going to work on Switch? Yeah, it seems like they're going to do some stuff like where they've got looking through the timeline of Street Fighter, if that's something that interests you. Listen to you get to just sit back, hang out in the music player, listen to music, just Ken's theme over and over again. That's all you need. Got a cool poster out of it. That looks kind of dope. Did you see that poster?
I remember the 15th one came with the poster too. I didn't see the 30th one though.
Boom. There
That
it
is
is.
pretty cool.
There it is.
Fighter poster.
It's a Street Fighter poster.
I don't think I'm gonna get it.
Word?
Nah, I mean,
I'm going to get it for Switch.
but I don't have that drive to play the older Street Fighter. I've already played them. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna play them online.
Fair.
You know what I mean? That means. But it's cool to include all the alpha games too, because those are some stellar games.
I never played. I was more of a Mortal Kombat man, and even at that,
Oh, it's Mortal Kombat first,
I know.
which apparently were the dipshits in the fighting universe. Like Mortal Kombat's not the real.
It's not real. That ain't real. Oh,
Mikey,
man.
get out of here.
Yeah.
Mikey, shut.
No, because I know, like, especially during MagFest, like Akko and all them, they make fun of me because I'm the one loser in the playing Mortal Kombat Trilogy on arcade. But I don't care.
You know,
I don't
fuck them.
I don't fucking
You
care.
do you, man.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Mikeys.
Mortal Kombat superior. Genesis is superior.
Yes.
Period. Matt fully agrees. Hey, there's a World War Z game on the way.
Remember that?
Yeah,
Actually, you know what?
here it comes.
In terms of this whole last month of games getting announced, that's probably the most surprising one for me.
You sure about that?
Because I wasn't in it. Were you expecting a World War Z game?
No.
Like, when was the last time? Like, remember, like, when zombie games, like, when if you made a zombie game, like, it just sold 3 bajillion copies. Now it's like,
Yeah.
why? What were you saying,
Yeah.
man?
Quite honestly, I thought we were gonna have a World War Z game because of all the fucking names with Z on Steam. So
Yeah. I'm surprised it's taking this long.
I'm surprised it didn't come out sooner. Because World War Z, the movie, came, what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
well, all right. So let's think of it this way. Yeah,
Oh,
the
I'm
whole
gonna call
zombie
Brad
phase
Pitt.
happened what 4 or 5 years ago, whatever.
Like 7.
7. So probably at that point, someone was like, "Oh man, we should jump on that bandwagon." And 7 years later, it finally completed the game. That's
Yeah.
probably half baked and whatever. Does that Brad Pitt's flowing hair in it?
I cannot confirm.
Damn.
Anyway, so this all comes out of the Game Awards, which we'll talk a little bit about what 1, and some of the announcements. So World War Z, Job Simulator. Y'all like that. Vacation Simulator's on the way.
Why?
Why not? You know?
And why not just do like a different jobs? I don't know how you can play a vacation simulator. It's not like a purpose.
Well, you'll find out on any of the 3 VR systems in 2018. Next up, next teaser of the night, one that we got fucking snubbed on.
Oh yeah, that fucking sucked. I forgot about that already.
From Software had a weird tease during the Game Awards. 30 seconds. Or, you know, maybe whatever. You get a weird bone tied to metal.
Well, like a drill almost.
Blood.
A lot of blood.
Some manuscript paper in the background. Maybe the Declaration of Independence, but with like some kanji written on it.
A lot of Japanese written on that, look like.
Cuts to black. Shadows die twice. Period. That's it. From Software. That's it.
That's all we got out of it.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then a tweet saying in the next 12 months.
Right. So I don't know. But Shadows Die Twice, I was immediately, just by the imagery, Bloodborne.
Matt is shaking his head over
Matt
here.
was shaking his head that night.
Yeah.
An
He
immediate
already knew.
naysayer.
He knew.
An immediate naysayer. You have no faith. You have no excitement, no joy. You just look at it and you go, no.
Because Shadows Die Twice had nothing to do with anything.
Didn't matter. You can't even revel in the excitement.
Because the one thing that Shadows was involved with in Bloodborne, he actually killed those things 3 times. Not just once, 3 times throughout the game. So maybe, it said Shadows die 4 times or some shit like that. And I was, all right.
Well, someone pointed it out. If it actually were to be a Bloodborne game, it would say something like Nightmares Die Twice.
Yeah, the pale
That
blood.
or
something about
the dream.
yeah.
Hunters.
So
hunt
what?
again.
It's probably going to be as we were saying.
Shadow Tower.
Yeah.
Now, that's cool because I have no idea what those games are. Haven't played one. Kind of want to go buy a couple on eBay right now. But
It's on the PS Store. Dude, we talked about this.
Yeah, Chris
that
Shop.
one, I
No.
thought we talked about King's
That is too. Kingsfield's on there too.
Metallica.
Be fucking responsible.
Anyway, I don't really have to Christmas shop. Like, I get you guys a couple things. I get Katie a couple things.
But you can also wait. This game came out like 20 years ago. You can wait.
You ain't waited this long.
Yeah.
What's another 20?
Why wait another 6 months when they actually reveal the real name of this game, followed by an HD remaster of the original one?
Ew, I don't want that. Dude, I like going back in time, Matt. That's the thing.
Some of us like Jim Ryan around here, okay?
I'm staying out of this.
I'm moving on. I'm very excited for whatever From's up to, but
Yeah.
that was not the night to learn it, I guess. Creators of Firewatch are making a game about exploring tombs in Egypt. Into the Valley of the Gods, 2019. Which seemed very early to show that.
Yeah.
But it looked very pretty. Very pretty.
Is it early though? How long ago did Firewatch come out? Oh, I guess that was early last year.
Yeah. No, it's not early to announce it. You're right. It's just I'm now in that era where I just give me a fun game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know?
Well, you don't know how far away that game is.
I mean, it might be January 2019. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if you're announcing something, I want it to be somewhat tangible. You hear that from? You hear that, Miyazaki?
And he's going to be like, all right, I'm still going to go with what we had planned.
Yeah. The second Breath of the Wild expansion was announced, revealed, and released all in one night. The Champion's Ballad. I mentioned it earlier. You get this cool weapon. You have to grab the power of the 4 champions and take over and there's a motorcycle.
Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
Edition. You know what's funny? I didn't notice that was a motorcycle until I think yesterday someone joked about it on Twitter, and I went back and I was like, oh,
yeah. Yep.
that is a okay.
He pulled around, did that Akira pose, and then boom. Pretty cool, though. It's a good game. Soul Calibur 6. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So Soul Calibur 6 is real and coming in 2018. It happened. Like, we knew the rumors that maybe or whatever. And right when it happened, I texted Akko and I said, are you watching the Game Awards? And he went, nah, anything good? And I went, and he wrote back, don't tell me Soul Calibur. And then I see the 3 dots, and it's just incoherent. Him slamming the keyboard. Fucking amazing. My boy Reggie came out on stage. Bayonetta 1 and 2 coming to Switch on February 16th. Really good.
I'm happy about that.
Me too, because after I played NieR, I was like, platinum. Give me all the platinum games.
All right, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And I almost did, because it was a target for like $10. So I was like, Bayonetta. Let me do that. And I bought them on Wii U, and I got a couple hours into the first one, and then, I don't know, something else happened. Whatever we do happened. I was like, maybe one day. Because I think Switch was out at that point. And it just felt weird to go. It was, I think it was in the middle of Zelda, and I was jumping back to Bayonetta. It was weird. So, boom. Reggie getting ready to walk off stage, and he's like, just kidding, guys.
No, Jeff was trying to kick him off stage.
Right.
And
Jeff
Reggie was like,
"Thanks,
you think
Reggie."
I came all the way out here just to announce the Bayonetta 1 2?
But like, what if he was about to announce Mother 3 when he was like, nah, I don't have enough time. He's trying to get
I don't know if
off
you
stage.
saw what I did over there on the table.
I did. Actually, Snoozy Snapchatted me.
Yeah. I got my Lucas and Ness amiibo there on a pentagram.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess when you combine Ness and Lucas amiibos on a pentagram, in this reality, we get Bayonetta 3.
Yeah. It's a 3.
It's a 3.
Yeah.
Coming to Switch exclusive. So that's 2 Bayonetta games that you can only play on Switch, right? They didn't release Bayonetta 2 on PC, did they? I know they just put out. They put out Bayo 1
I thought
recently.
Nintendo published it.
Yeah. But they put out Bayo 1 on Steam recently. But yeah, I don't know. Hell of a game, or so I'll find out in February.
Yeah, I'm excited about that HD remaster. Because my fears of the Wii U,
Kept you away.
Yeah, just a little bit. But no, I'm always itching to play something new on the Switch.
I'm curious to see how you'll react to those, Matt.
I usually don't like big style action games, but I've heard nothing but good things about them. So I don't know. It seems
It
weird.
did come out on PC, published by Sega.
Bayonetta 2?
Bayonetta 1.
Yeah, we know that.
Did.
Yeah.
2.
2, it's not on Steam. So if it's not on Steam, then
I believe 2 was published by Nintendo, which would explain why it's still exclusive.
Jesus, Wikipedia already gave you money. Come on. Yeah, no, Bayonetta 2 is only Wii U and now Switch.
Is Bayonetta? Because I probably won't ever play it. Is it just Devil May Cry with a girl that wears high-heeled shoes that has guns attached to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think.
I'm in.
And that's like it's the setting. That's what I mean. Like I don't know if it's your. It seems
I
very.
try at least.
Seems very like anime demon stuff where like.
I'm a demon.
For the longest time, it was a stretch for me. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm in a post Doki Doki world,
It's true. Everything's changed. Post NieR world too. That one changes everything. Death Stranding continues to be a video game.
Is it? I don't even know if it's a video game. I just want a movie now at this point.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
There's some psychomantises, more of them confirmed.
Yeah, there
invisible
were
monsters,
invisible floating ghosts with hands in the sand, and then a baby inside Norman Reedus' throat that gave the thumbs up, and then he was
Norman's
sad.
preg.
Yeah, he's pregnant with child.
It's like the Arnold movie.
I was about to say that. Isn't there an Arnold movie about that?
There's shadow monsters that scare everybody, and weird flower lights that open when there's shadows around, and I don't know. It's very easy to say I'm confused by this because that's everyone seems to be doing, but I don't know.
But then Sony was like, if you watch it 30 times, it's not confusing. Someone from Sony said that in an interview.
Who said that?
I guess.
Don't say Jim Ryan.
No, I did. Like I went back after everybody left from the Game Awards night. I played it for Katie, and I was like, and then I was like, oh wait, that makes sense. Like there was little pieces where I was like, oh well, that's what that thing is, and then. I don't know. Maybe if you go back and look at it in context with the previous things. I don't know.
Just go away and make a game, Hideo. That's all I want.
I don't know, man.
That's all I want.
Because you
I'm-
do like all the shit. It's not gonna, whatever the final game is, it's barely gonna touch the surface of it.
Yeah, if you think about the things he's done with his games in the past, like,
Mm-hmm. He just wants to fuck with you right now, which
Yeah.
he's doing.
You might play as normal readers for the first 2 hours of that game, and then it might be someone completely different.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you don't know.
yeah. Witchfire.
Oh boy.
That trailer got me.
So this is by the people who made The Vanishing of Ethan Carter,
Yeah.
but also the people who made Bulletstorm. So I guess they have a new studio? I don't know. This game has like some weird Bloodborne vibes to it.
Oh yeah.
But it's a
Bloodborne and
first-person
Doom.
shooter.
Like the movements, dude. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I didn't think I wanted anything to do with this when
Yeah.
it first started rolling, and then I was like, huh, all right.
I'm stoked.
So I guess, because did you ever play Bulletstorm?
I did not.
Remember,
I remember it, though.
Yeah, remember Fear Agent?
Yep.
Yeah. Rick Remender wrote,
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know. Seems interesting.
I'm stoked for it.
Matt, A Way Out comes out in March or something.
Fuck the Oscars!
Yeah, and then PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds showed off its new desert map. It hit the test servers at midnight the other night, and will not be to the Xbox One version until 2018. And then final confirmation, or first confirmation, that the PC 1.0 launch happens December 20th, thus making it a video game in 2017. That's it. Zelda won Game of the Year for them. Yet to be determined what the Free Cheese Game of the Year is. But, yeah. There it is. Which brings us over to PlayStation Experience, which we're just going to kind of hit the highlights here.
Okay.
Omen of Sorrow, which is a fighting game that is as close to Darkstalkers as we're going to get, although Ben and I played it and can confirm. Not really dark.
Generic.
It seems like
It's a very stiff Street Fighter.
this is all the inputs are very, but like the characters feel the same, they have the same weight. The UI seems very dated.
It legit.
I know,
No lie.
I know this gets thrown around so much, but I know what you're gonna say, but say it.
What? I was just gonna say it just looks like an HD PS2 game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is it? Like, am I missing something
No.
here? All right.
It looks, and it honestly, the UI.
It feels like someone has played games in that era for a very long time and is like, I'm gonna make a video game with modern technology, and they haven't looked at anything else since then. I don't know that that's a bad thing, because right now I've got this weird. We talked last week. I got a weird PS2 thing going on with me right now. I don't know.
It is just a demo too, so I mean, who knows when it actually comes out?
Yeah.
But
I'm either way, like as it is, I'm still in. Like,
yeah, like we said, the presentation and everything.
it's a
stellar.
game with like ghouls and fucking
All the
demons
above.
and werewolves and
All the
succubus. I'm in. Take all the succubi. Wipeout Omega Collection coming to PSVR. This is all out of PSX. Donut County, which you should peep the trailer at this.
Did you see what I said about the trailer?
No, what'd you say?
I think Mark responded to it. I said
saw it.
I was gonna check out the trailer, but someone commented it has the same look and feel as Katamari, and I just did a quick 180.
You should look at it.
I am.
You basically solve puzzles by moving a hole in the floor, and as you move the hole, things fall into the hole, and the hole becomes bigger, allowing you to swallow bigger things in the world. But then there's little
Okay.
puzzles you have to solve. So like, if you need to roast something, first you have to swallow the fire, and then move the hole underneath. Right there you go. I'm just gonna kind of do highlights of things that I give a shit about, because, or things that I think are generally right, like Monster Hunter World. I don't give a shit. But there was a trailer. There's also an open beta happening, or it might be over by now. I don't know. The big one, Medieval remaster, or more than a remaster. I think
I just took
remake.
it as medieval.
Sean Layden talked about it on stage.
Okay.
He was wearing a medieval shirt and like opened it up and was like, "What's this?" Yeah, all right. And then he did a follow-up blog post on PlayStation Blog. He kind of associated it with the Crash Bandicoot stuff, where it seems like it's going to be medieval, but then redone,
revamped.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll actually play it then.
Yeah. Rick and Morty Virtual Reality coming to PlayStation VR finally. Came out a while back on the PC side of things, but Dragon's Crown Pro out for PS4, coming to PS4. So there's the announcement trailer, confirmation trailer. Atlas kind of confirmed it midweek, but then they showed it off for the first time over here. That's a pretty good game that we started to play through and then never went back to. But yeah,
Did I miss this game?
it's Vanillaware, came out at PS3 and Vita.
It's a beat 'em up with RPG vibes.
Yeah, really
Dragon's
dope
Crown Pro.
art. 20XX. I'm only calling this one out. I'm just kind of scrubbing through here, but 20XX is coming to PS4. Ben, you should look this one up. It may already be out on PC, and I'm just dumb. But 20XX looks like the Mega Man game you're looking for. Like, it's very fast paced, that style of game, and yeah.
It's already on Steam.
Huh?
I think it's already on Steam.
Yeah, I think so. And then the other big one I saw out of there was a little thing called Patapon 2.
All right.
On its way. On its way.
All right.
Yeah.
Did they say what it's coming out on? Or is it just a
PS4.
thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they remastered the first one, the summer?
Yeah, it was August that came out.
Yeah, I bought it. Really didn't play it, but I more bought it just to say, like, hey, I want a Patapon game, not to
Yeah.
play it.
Patapon it came out on Vita first, right?
PSP.
Yes.
PSP, yeah, that's right. And it was like that, I want to say shapes, maybe?
Yeah, they were weird
Bright
little shapes.
colors.
Yep.
Okay.
Rhythm game, rhythm combat.
Okay. I never played it, but
You would like that.
I would.
It's
If
definitely
you're-
interesting.
yeah. If you got lost in it, I could see you, because it's all rhythm based, so the musician in you will appreciate it. But
Okay.
then the game itself is a really, really deep, complex RPG. But it's as deep as you want to let it go. Like, you
Okay.
can go in and really tweak your characters and, like, min-max them to the best, or you can just play the game and have fun and whatever. It's cool, though. It's cool. I think that's everything I got. I'm probably missing a couple things, because there's a lot of news this week, but skimming through what we had, I think that's about it. Right?
That seems like it.
And
Yeah,
then
pretty much.
PlayStation names.
Oh yeah, they hinted that you can.
Yeah. During an interview at PSX, as part of their opening ceremony, Kind of Funny's Greg Miller asked PlayStation, what is he? He's not CEO. He's
I don't remember.
and he's also in charge of whatever. Sean Layden, the PlayStation man, the man who wears the shirts, was asked PlayStation names. Sup? When can we change them? And it's kind of funny. Like, he was, he's trying to answer the question, and someone in the crowd's screaming something that's kind of inaudible for you, the watcher. And he just kind of turned. He was like, "Hey, do you code? Do you want to fix it? It's hard. It's very hard to change this."
Good. Good.
Yeah. And then he was like, "But seriously, he's like, we got people working on it. Hopefully by next PSX, you don't have to ask me this question."
Yeah.
So maybe, right? Which is the first time that they've said that. In previous years, it's been like, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, and fucking, that's why I'm asking. Can I do it? It's complicated.
Is it really? I don't know. Is it really a big fucking deal?
To,
Change your name?
Yes.
like,
Really?
wanting to change it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's why. What's your old AIM screen name?
Oh shit. Boy for Blondes, 25.
Okay.
I see nothing wrong with that.
Imagine being a self-respecting adult.
Okay.
But you bought a PSP back in 2004. 13 years ago. A lot can happen in 13 years.
Okay. I know that's why. Because
Yeah.
I had that same experience. I forgot what my PS3 account was, and then when I bought my PS4, I was just like, whatever. I'll just create a new account. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I just created a new account. I didn't
Purchases. Digital purchases.
make any digital purchases.
Boom.
In P. Okay.
Right? So, like, right now,
How about my trophy list?
right, the trophies are the next thing, right?
That's
Trophies are important, but even those are an intangible. Because, like, I just did it with Xbox, right? Like, when I got the Xbox One, I was like, I don't fucking remember my old thing.
Milksteak. Was it Milksteak or something?
Was it? I don't even know. I don't even know.
It was, what was it?
Milksteak, are you kidding me?
That'd be pretty good if it were. You might be right. I have no clue.
I really think it was, dude. I really think it was. It was something along the lines of that.
For 2069.
Might be. But I just started from scratch, right? But I haven't had anything in that ecosystem. Like, my digital purchase history on Xbox Live Arcade is probably... Oh, fuck. No, I kind of do want to go back. Because I probably had Symphony of the Night. I had that cool-ass South Park tower defense game. I don't even know what else, right? But it had been long enough for me to forget and not whatever. PlayStation 3, I've got a lot of... And PS4 now, too. Like, Vita and PSP. Like, all that ecosystem, I got a lot of money dumped into. So to abandon that would suck. So I can understand that desire. Like, even right now, I don't need to change my PSN name. But
Can you do it on Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've been
I think you change once for free, and every other one's like $1 or $10, or I don't know what it is.
like 5 or something.
Whatever. Yeah.
I'll like change my name. Like, I'm not mad with my name, but like mine's Essex Nice 25 is for a soccer team I played for like 8 years ago or longer, probably longer than that. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I'd rather be like Weed Man 690.
Mine's just my name.
Sophisticated adult name.
Yeah. Mine's my name, but that like lends itself
It is.
to a weird thing where now people add me because they see my name, and I'm like, all right.
It is your name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's bold.
Because I was about to make an account or whatever. And I was like, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know what I want it to be. I don't know who I am.
Milksteak.
Fucking Milksteak. There it is.
I'm about to take it.
Yeah.
When I can change it. With that, I'll believe it when I see it.
I actually have some news.
Yeah.
It happened a couple weeks ago. Another Shenmue 3 development update. Just them. I was gonna bring up the email, but it was them saying there will be not as many more new updates next time.
Tell me why he's over in that email.
Yes. Yep.
So yeah, in other words, they're just gonna stop updating every whatever. So which I'm okay with, because honestly, like, someone even posted on Reddit, like, Last of Us Part 2 is 50 to 60% done.
Yeah.
And stop doing that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, stop. It'll come out.
Because that means some asshole is now doing the math where they're like, well,
Yep.
if it's 60% done, it started development. Well, it could have started development until this, and after that, then they probably would have ramped up. And if you talk,
I know.
by that math, it'll be out in 29.
Just, I hate that so much.
When's it coming out?
It'll come out 2020.
Shenmue?
Oh, Shenmue? Well, the date is for next year, December, which...
Next year, December.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. It's not. I already know it's not. But
What's going to be out first? Death Stranding or Shenmue 3?
Nope, because I really think Shenmue 3 is going to be out. Save this episode number, so when one of them comes out, then we can go back. But I really think it'll be Shenmue 3, because first of all, Colin's right, Death Stranding's not going to be a PS4 game. It'll be like second
But is
half.
Shenmue 3 going to be one?
Yeah, you're right. That's a tough call, man. It really is a tough call.
Rough.
Mm-hmm.
Rough in
What if it came out as like a Switch exclusive?
Shenmue?
Yeah, after it was announced on the
After it was announced on
PlayStation.
PlayStation. Pretty good. Pretty good. Well, thank you for the news update on Shenmue. Glad that yeah.
Classic fucking Tommy's writing for Sega now. I love it.
Listeners getting a good exclusive here on the Free Cheese Podcast. Well, that's it. We got one more till Game of the Year. We got
Wait, Game of the Year's...
Yeah.
No, Game of the Year's this coming weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't have one more.
Well,
I'm confused.
for the listener,
we have another episode that will go live before our Game of the Year content comes out.
our Game of the Year content won't hit until like the week of Christmas.
Okay.
But we're recording here
Okay.
pretty soon, which
Okay.
I'm excited.
Yep.
I'm very excited.
But there definitely will be another episode before Game of the Year.
Yeah. You'll have one up same time you normally expect it. What day will that be? It'll be the 18th.
Yep. Yeah.
And
And
then-
Christmas is Monday.
Right. And then Christmas morning starts off your game of the year, Nightmares.
Yeah, and open presents to us yelling at each other.
Have fun. No, first day is usually all
Depends what
right.
the category is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is
Yeah.
all we're doing? You're doing it early this
I know
time?
what the first award is. We might be yelling at each other. I don't know. Could be.
Let me take a peek here.
I need to know that, like, we can talk about this.
Remember, we're switching the order around.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, I put that up there.
Oh, I didn't. All right.
It's at the top of the
Okay.
list.
We could.
That's not an arguable one.
I don't know. Maybe you don't know what my strategies are this year. It's coming from
Strategies.
blood day
this
one.
Isn't a fucking game. It's just.
It is a game.
Am I missing something here?
I don't know. The internet. That's where you want to be. We're meant to have another episode of Hitman with a Hammer go up, but
Oh, that's right.
yeah. Sorry to remind
Kind of
you.
forgot about that.
You can listen to us play it. You just can't see it because the video didn't fucking capture.
There's a fucking
I don't know what's happening with that.
Taco Bell bet on that audio that's worth saving.
No. I think sorry, it all got lost. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Yep, all lost in the fire. No Taco Bell bet at all.
Taco Bell bet.
Oh yeah.
I made a Taco Bell bet during a recording of Hitman with a Hammer. I lost the bet. Now I owe Matt Taco Bell
Yeah,
dinner.
just to put in the viewer, if you haven't watched Hitman with a Hammer, throughout the various episodes, whenever Mark plays, Mark tends to like listen to like suggestions, and it just so happens that he's in the middle of the couch. So on one ear he has me telling him something, and then on the other end of the couch he has Joe usually telling him the polar opposite of what I'm telling him to do.
Right, mine's always the right way to go.
And so I called him out on something Mark was about to do, and I called him out. Like, well, if this happens, I get a Taco Bell dinner. Guess who was right?
But usually, see, as Matt is one to boast how much he's living the life of Scott Ryder, he very seldom actually follows through with the "I got this" mentality. Whereas me playing Hitman, you can see this in the video. The proof's in the pudding. I got this, and every time it doesn't matter. You roll with it, man. Motherfucker sees you, throw a coin behind him. I got this. Motherfucker sees you, axe him. I got this.
All right.
Fire extinguisher, throw it behind him. When you're out of coins to distract him, toss a pair of scissors. He'll look, run right by him. I got this.
Look, you have your strategy, and sometimes I just go with like a AK or a shotgun. Like,
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
yeah,
But
just
yeah,
have different play strategies.
we lost another one. But we did have a couple things go up. We had 2 retro spotlights. Hit the internet there.
I am liking that.
Freecheese.com. Yeah, fun. Freecheese.com is where you want to be for all that. Follow us on Twitter. Free Cheese is at some Free Cheese. Ben is at Sev Benz. Matt is at Matty Ice 131. I am at the Free Cheese. That's it. We'll see you another week with another episode, and then after that, it's
Goaty.
Game of the Year. I like that. Goaty. Goatee. Remember that guy?
Goatee.
One song,
One, yeah.
one hit wonder.
Didn't mean to cut you out. Shouldn't let me something and then happen, and then we were nothing. Milksteak.